Hello, welcome to Rise From Within. For the woman who wants to stand tall and show up with confidence. If you've been with me a while, I understand if you're a little bit confused right now. You have always known this podcast to be Intuitive Eating and Body Positivity Podcast. And now here I am, under a new name, with a new podcast artwork and some new funky intro music. Do you like it? I thought it was time to put a bit of fresh energy into it. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you found your way to this space. You may not understand some of my ramblings, but you're very, very welcome here. So thank you. Thank you for checking me out. I've taken a couple of months out of the podcast. I haven't recorded or released an episode for a couple of months, as you'll have noticed if you're a long-term listener, because I wanted to consider what this podcast will look like going forward. I feel like talking solely about food and body image wasn't quite aligned for me anymore, that there was much more that I could do to support and encourage you. So I wanted to take a step back for a minute and think about what I wanted my episodes to be about now. Over the past few years, as you'll know, I've had so many conversations with women about food and body image and confidence, and I have loved all of that so much. And what I've realised through this is that confidence runs so much deeper than how we feel about our bodies. It's about how we show up in life and in work and in relationships, in who we believe ourselves to be, I guess. And I absolutely love and believe in intuitive eating. I absolutely do. I am not ditching that. So don't be panicking that I'm suddenly going to abandon everything I've been saying. I'm not. I'm still very much in that. It'll still be at the heart of what I do. But I've evolved. I've changed. And so has this podcast over time. It's been a few years now, you know. It's been 3-4 years, hasn't it, that this has been running? So things change and evolve in that sort of time. The conversations I've had with you all, the feedback I get, the emails back and forth, the work that I do with clients, it's all so heavily weighted around the confidence side of things that I feel I need to give a little bit more weight to that now. I need to give you more on that side of things. There is an awful lot of content on this podcast about food and intuitive eating and the impact that food has on us and our thoughts and feelings and behaviours around food. That's not going anywhere. That's going to stay right where it is. So you can always go back to that. But there is so much more to be said about the confidence side of things. When you work on your body confidence, what you're really working on is your personal power, the ability to trust yourself, to take up space, to make decisions from a place of calm strength. And so this new version of the podcast, Rise From Within, is exactly about that. It's about you as the woman who wants to rise up. You know, it's a very easy thing to imagine. When you don't feel good, you feel low, you feel shrunk, you feel slouched and hunched and minimalized. And when you are in your power, when you are confident, when you are strong, you stand tall and you show up in spaces in your life confidently, and you have your head held high. And that's why the title is what it is. You know, rise from within. Let's work on the stuff inside so that you can rise up and really show up in life. You know, are you a woman that is tired of doubting yourself and holding back and waiting for the right time to feel good enough about something? You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for all that, because the power you're looking for is not out there somewhere, right? It's not out in the wild, wild west. It's already there within you. So I'm going to help you rise into that. I'm going to help you bring it out. This is going to involve many different aspects of your life, okay? The food and anti-diet work, your ability to stand tall and show up for yourself in work and in business, the ability to lead a full and enjoyable life. We're going to talk about it all here. I'll still be with you each week, as I have been in the past, and I'll be bringing you real conversations, thought-provoking ideas, practical tools to help you show up with confidence. So it's going to be much like it always has been. I'm going to give you lots of things to think about, lots of things to take away, lots of things to mull over and to try in life. Only now I'm expanding that. I'm expanding it into topics about your body, your life, your business. Some episodes will be personal reflections, as they always have been. Some will be deep dives into coaching style conversation. Some will feature incredible women who've done inner work and are now standing tall in their own way. It's going to be a real nice mix of things to help you. I am going to talk about confidence, boundaries, visibility, self-trust, body confidence, anti-diet and intuitive eating, fear, all these things that stop you showing up as yourself. I'm going to get into it. If you have been here since the early days, please do not worry. I'm not leaving intuitive eating or body confidence behind. This is still part of the work. It's still a part of what we'll explore here, because they're really powerful gateways to that self-acceptance and to self-confidence. But now I'm expanding the conversation. It's getting bigger. When you heal your relationship with food and your body, you make room for so much more growth. And I want to give you tools to have that growth. So the relationship with your body, the relationship with your food, we're still doing that work. And that is going to enable you to do a lot of other things growth-wise. So, welcome to this new chapter. Welcome to Rise from Within. It is time for you to rise in confidence, in self-belief, in the way you show up for yourself. So stick with it. Stay with the podcast. Make sure you hit follow, on your podcast app or Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Other podcast players are available, obviously. Make sure that you hit that little button that says follow and notify you when a new episode is out, because I've got some really incredible episodes coming up that's going to really help you to do that. And if you've ever thought, I just want to feel confident being me, then this is your space, right? If that stuff is in the food work and the intuitive eating work, we're still going to do that. If it's in the body confidence, we are very much going to do that here. If it's a case of, I just want to feel confident being me, but I don't really know what that looks like, then we are going to get into that. So let's do it. I'm going to go and record the first of the new Rise from Within episodes after this. I'm so happy you're here. And if you are a long-term listener, thank you so much. If you are a new listener, I hope you become a long-term listener. And I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited to see what the future of this podcast looks like. I would also love to hear your thoughts on this. You know, if you've been here for a while, that I love to hear from you. I love your feedback. I love your conversation. So do that. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of the shift. And also tell me what you think of it, whether that's positive or negative. I want to hear from you all. So do drop me a message and let me know what you think of the changes. I'm excited. I'm excited to rise into that confidence with you. I will speak to you in the next episode.